So here we are, Becky Joe.
Yes.
It's Friday morning live, and we're a few minutes late getting started here, but that's okay because we're here, we're ready to go. And it's been quite a week in Tulsa. Lots of inclement weather. We were closed for a couple of days, but
very cold.
Very cold here, below freezing for like 110 hours,
Yes.
some kind of a record. But I don't think our viewers are interested in that. I think they're interested in the eyewear.
I think so. That's why they come here to see us and see our eyewear.
So we're going to share some eyewear today. And what have we got on the docket? Let's take a look. We're going to talk about T. Henry new releases, and we're talking. Good morning, Vanessa. On Instagram, we're going to talk about T. Henry new releases. We're going to talk about the 3 best alternatives to the Wayfarer sunglasses, the RayBan Wayfarers. Maybe you like Wayfarers, but maybe you want some different brands other than RayBan. So we're going to show some of those. We're going to talk maybe about tinted transitions lens looks, and we're going to talk about Masunaga Masters of Craft. Those have been hot.
Yes.
So we're going to share an update on those and see if there are more we're going to be able to get of that style 1 that sold out in 48 hours.
Yeah, roughly 48 hours.
Yeah. So what have we got first on the T. Henry new releases?
So we're going to look at Valor, and I love this frame. It's kind of chunky, kind of big, but it fits comfortably. Even though it's a little oversized for me, you could totally rock this as a sunny. You totally could. But it comes in this absolute beautiful deep dark navy, and we also have the oxblood back. So for those of you who saw it on the website and was like, man, that's really stellar, and then went to purchase it and it was gone, well, we have it back right here in beautiful gold and oxblood, and in navy, and this beautiful gold detailing that T. Henry is known for. So this is 18 karat gold plating on top of the titanium. And the one thing that I really like about an oversized frame like this, there are little micro grooves on the inside of the temple tip. Let's see if I can get that in line so you can see it. That helps the frame kind of hug your head a little bit, so you don't have to like really do a lot of manipulation to really wrap the frame so it stays on your face. These little guys back here totally help out with that.
Yeah, and so the next one we've got here is the Estoque. And do we have 2 colors? We do. We have 2 colors. I don't remember what they call the black color.
It might be obsidian.
Obsidian sounds right. I just know I love the polished black acetate with that gray kind of beigey fade tint. It's just beautiful. And does this one have a different design? Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so the...
if you look at the pattern on the temple
of the Valor, you've got different design work there than you do on the Estoque. On the Estoque, you have more horizontal lines. You have this little X pattern right here. And most of the T. Henry pieces, though, you will see these octagon-shaped, they have real rivets, and they're octagon-shaped, and they bracket that 7-barrel titanium hinge plate to the inlay. And so you've just got the best in Japanese craftsmanship from the T. Henry brand. Thick acetate pieces, hand polished. All of those titanium wires are, core wires are 18 karat gold plated. So you get a really beautiful finish and you get lasting quality. The Brigade Green is another great color here. And instead of silver, so with the black, they used silver core wires. The Brigade Green, they used gold core wires. T. Henry is known for this non-slip grip on the inlay of the temple tips and sterling silver decor pieces on the front right here. And then this Brigade Green, he used, if you want a good driving lens, this one is fantastic. It's very amber. And we've talked about amber before many times, but for those of you that maybe haven't heard us talk about it, it's good for driving because amber brown lens tints are good for driving because they block more blue light, so they produce higher contrast and they make everything look sharper. So that's why people say brown color lenses are good driving lenses. This is a perfect example. T. Henry does use a nice quality lens, has a backside anti-reflective coating, so you get all the best optical clarity. All right, Is that the new T Henry?
Yep.
Okay.
That is the new T Henry.
So let's talk about Wayfarers. How many of you out there like Wayfarer sunglasses? Like, raise your hand. Do we lie? I like Wayfarers.
Yes.
And most of you probably think of, like, when we say Wayfarers, I wonder how many people, what brand comes to mind, like the most? Maybe.
I'm going to say probably RayBan, because people come in, they go, I'm looking for a RayBan Wayfarer.
Yeah.
And it's like synonymous, one word. So yeah.
Yeah, people just, that the RayBan has, they have carved out like the space for what we think of in our minds when we think of Wayfarer. And they did invent the way, so Raymond Stegman was working for RayBan back in 1952, and invented is kind of a weird word.
Yeah.
He designed the Wayfarer. That was the origin of the Wayfarer design, was back in 1952. It was a man named Raymond Stegman, and it was when RayBan was still owned by American company Bausch & Lomb, and that was the genesis of the Wayfarer style. And it's just a historically awesome piece, design. And so, but maybe some of you are looking for alternatives to the RayBan Wayfarer. So we're going to run through our list of these, and I like to start out with the Saratoga by American Optical. And so the Saratoga has also been around quite a long time. I think back as early as sometime in the 60s, possibly earlier. And I need to know that for sure, and apologies for not being prepared, but like one thing we do know, American President JFK was a huge fan of the Saratoga. And the American Optical brand used to be manufactured and located in Massachusetts, and that's where the Kennedys are from. And so he was a huge fan of the brand. He wore the Saratoga in, I think he probably owned like every color that they made in it. And if you Google JFK sunglasses, you're probably going to find pictures of him on his boat wearing the Saratoga. So it's a great classic Wayfarer design, and it comes in lots of colors. This is a new color. It's ebony crystal, or kind of ebony tortoise gradient. If you want that classic tortoise color, that's a beauty right there. And I love this design. I love these iconic classic decor pieces on the temples and on the front. And one thing I'll tell you all about the Wayfarer shape, it's actually quite a flattering shape to wear for most people. That's one of the reasons why it's endured for so long. It just tends to look good on most face shapes.
And I have two other colors in it. So I have the tortoise berry, which is a phenomenal color. If you want a little bit of a different direction with a tortoise, it's got this beautiful berry maroon color at the bottom. And Daniel, they do come in two different sizes, right? So
right.
Like, this is the 52i. It's going to fit most faces pretty comfortably, but they also have...
This is the 54i.
The 54. So if you need a little bit bigger size and you're like, man, I would really love to have a Wayfarer style by American Optical, you can get one of the two different sizes. So it also comes in this fabulous gray. I'd almost call it a gray tort, but it's more like line work, almost like a wood grain pattern in there. Super great when it comes to, you know, kind of hugging a little bit closer to the face, keeping that negative light from coming down from the top of the lens into your eye. So it's a really, really great option.
And there's also a tortoise berry color. And this is a great color here. So you got that classic tortoise, kind of fades to a berry. And this one is the 54i, so the slightly larger size here in the tortoise berry. Okay, so those are our number one on our list of alternatives to the RayBan Wayfarer. If you're looking for a similar look that is great quality, similar price point to RayBan's piece, still American made. I don't think we even mentioned those hinges. Let me see that one more time. Here, I've got it right here.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, the American Optical Saratoga, it is a great quality piece. It does have seven barrel hinges right there. Nice and sturdy. The polishes are good. It's not the highest quality acetate you're going to find in the world of eyewear, but it is great quality, especially for the price, and it is a great, like, iconic piece, just a great historical piece. So that is our first alternative to the RayBan Wayfarer. Now, our second one is Oh, do we have the Masunaga 070? Yes, we do. It's the champagne color.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to talk about Masunaga for a minute. And before I share this frame, Masunaga right now is
on fire.
Oh my God, you guys. You guys, like, we've carried Masunaga for, I think, 15 years. I've never seen it this popular. We cannot keep these pieces in stock, and I'm talking about the whole collection. This right here, this is the 070. And Masunaga, we're stepping up in quality a little bit. Masunaga is one of the OGs of high quality eyewear. They've been around over 100 years. Japanese acetate, Japanese titanium. Yeah, we do love Masunaga, absolutely. I don't know if you can see the core wire detail work. You can see it nicely on this champagne color frame. Masunaga sunglasses feature, most of them feature mineral glass, mineral crystal lenses. And many of them are polarized, not all of them, but many of them are polarized. This one happens to be, well, I can't see because I don't have a monitor in front of me that is going to allow me to do it. I was going to do my rotation and watch the screen black out. This one happens to be, I believe, polarized. So this is the 070, and this is the only color we've got right now. This is color 23, kind of a champagne crystal. And my favorite color, this frame comes in a polished black front with a tortoiseshell temple arm. And that's my favorite color in this piece, and it's been on back order for a few months now. Hopefully it'll be back in soon. But I have a video up on the YouTube channel right now, and I think it's over on Instagram as well. If you want to look for my 3 favorite sunglasses alternatives to the RayBan Wayfarer, and I do show pictures of the other color in this one. So that's number 2. All right, now we're going to step up into a luxury, ultra luxury limited edition piece by Henry, and we're going to look at the Tuatara.
So this is the Tuatara. It's a great shape. It's a great fit and color. This happens to be the shamrock green with, of course, that really deep amber brown lens. It is going to fit most face shapes super comfortable. It gives you the fit and feel kind of similar to what a Wayfarer would. It's just elevated in style, grace, and just beauty of this frame. It fits high up on the bridge, so it keeps the lens close to your face. Super comfortable. And in this particular style, they didn't do a clear acetate window, so you really can't see the detailing. Super easy down this core wire. So if you prefer your frame to be a little less flashy, Henry does give you the option of kind of hiding some of that beautiful detail work within the frame.
Yeah, so we have another color in the Tuatara that does have a clear acetate window, and that is this polished black. And this one is a beauty, absolute stunner. Love this color, and I love that unique detail work on that titanium core wire, 18 karat gold plating. I like this design right here on the tip of the temple that you can see on the inlay. Really, really nicely made stuff here by Henry. His frames are known for being a little thicker, and with that they are a little heavier, but they're ergonomically designed very well for comfort. So if you can see the bridge, it's sculpted out really nice. Oop, I'm a little high here. Sculpted out really nicely right here for comfort. Does have a keyhole, and I really like the shape of these guys. You know, take the Wayfarer, like Tyler took the Wayfarer shape, he made it a little bit edgier, just a little bit more angular, and that's kind of what his brand is all about, like making that bold statement, but maintaining a classic timelessness that's just, you know, always on point. And these pieces, they're all part of a limited edition hyper production. Like this particular colorway is number 4 of only 199 pieces that were made, which you can see they're numbered. They come with certificates that also correspond to their number. And then like all the other Henry pieces, you've got sterling silver decor pieces. SD on YouTube's asking, what do we think of JMM? What do we think of JMM? I mean, JMM's nice.
JMM's nice.
Yeah.
We have a lot of clients who are also JMM owners and purchasers of that brand. We've done a lot of tints and a lot of transitions on JMM frames. You know, it's a situation where they kind of balance who can have it and who can't have it around the country so that they don't oversaturate one area over the other. So in that instance, we do not carry JMM for that reason. But
they do make nice pieces, but you know, one of the things we loved about T. Henry, you know, American designer, like doing a similar level of quality to JMM. However, just with a little different flair. Like Tyler came from the world of like high-end automobiles.
Yes.
Yeah, like super high-end. So like we love the story because every T. Henry frame is inspired by one of these luxury automobiles. So, you know, Bentley, the Bentley Continental was one of my favorite pieces, the Continental. Those all sold out. That was, you know, that was a big boxy shape, but he just does beautiful work, and I just love the design inspiration that he brings to the collection, and the quality.
And the quality. I mean, he has his hand in everything from, you know, drawing it out, looking at everything, pairing colors. This is the Yangtze tortoise, and you know, this tortoise may not have existed without, you know, the influence of this brand. He's been able to partner with Muraro with his new release as well. And Muraro's known for doing bespoke suits and very high-end quality craftsmanship in the textile world in that regard.
Yeah, Italian clothing designer. Yeah, so this is the Torino by T. Henry. And collab with Muraro and this oxblood color, Becky Jo.
I love it.
Oh, it's fire. You guys, like this color, oxblood, thick acetate with that gold. I just love this piece. So this is one of the fairly new.
Yeah, it's fairly new. We've had it for a couple weeks. Maybe.
Just a couple of weeks now. And so, you know, you've got the Torino here, the Muraro collab, and I don't know how many of these there are. 199 of this black color, only also 199 of that oxblood. But I mean, these guys are just fantastic designs. And we've talked about, you know, one of Tyler's most recent very special collections is the Maison Galactique, where he's putting rare meteorite rock on the frames. And so we'll show you one here in just a moment. Becky Jo's going to grab it. But I've never seen anybody do anything like this. Like, it's eyewear that's just out of this world awesome. You've got a Munion Elasta meteorite, which is a special kind of meteorite that only comes from this one place on Earth where they're found at the border of Switzerland.
And the meteorite is right there. This one, it is high on the temple, close to the frame front. It is on both sides. And I wish the camera could pick up some more of the detail of that. There is basically etchings and lines that are in the meteorite piece itself, but those are actually from its battle coming through the galaxy before it landed here on Earth, where we could later, you know, dig it up after it being 20 meters below the surface. But these frames, oops, my gloves are a little slippery. These frames have so much detail all the way down to the Stargate symbol at the end of the temple tip. And they've done this really cool little cutout at the end of the temple. But these are just fantastic. This is the gyra, and the detail work with the gold temple cores and the areas that are done around the meteor pieces are absolutely stunning. And the fit of these frames. This is super comfortable, absolutely just comfortable. It goes on, and because of that sculpted saddle bridge, it just fits your nose really comfortably.
Yeah, Sean loves the oxblood color. I do too,
oh, yeah,
Sean.
That oxblood.
I mean, in that Torino, it is so nice. On the Maison Galactique, I want to show, this is one of the other pieces. This is the CO2. And do you remember the name of this color, this brown? It's got a cool name and I can't think of it.
I can't think of what it's called.
But this one is beautiful, guys. So this is the Sirius North Star, right here. This is one of the first eyewear constructions I've ever seen of this type. Can a woman wear the oxblood color?
Oh, most
Maureen wants to know.
assuredly.
Yeah, maybe you should show, well, yeah, you've got either one.
Either one.
Yeah, but whichever one would fit best. Yeah, this is the oxblood color.
Peek in here really quick. It's not a fire engine red. It's not a candy apple red. It's a really good dark maroon red. So most women are going to be able to pull this color off without any issue whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely. This, as I was saying on the CO2, this is one of the first temple arm constructions of this type that I've ever seen done this way. This is a dual split core wire system. So you've got this thick metal core wire right here with all of the typical design work that is very complex and intricate, and then it's split, and you have a break in it here, and then the rest of it back here for stability and adjustability, and then the Munion Elasta Meteorite is back here in the very tip of the temple on this CO2 piece. And as Becky Jo was saying, I don't know if the camera picks it up quite right, but these lines, these diagonal lines that run through it, those are naturally occurring. This thing's cut, slices of this rock are cut, and you find those on the inside, and that's what makes it so special. So this piece here, the CO2, it's got adjustable nose pads. It's just, they're just really cool pieces. And the packaging, the case, they come with a little booklet that has latitude and longitude coordinates that show you where the meteorite came from on Earth. So beautiful pieces, and that's one of the things that that T. Henry does that is so unique. Why we had to offer it. We just fell in love with it, and he's doing some very cool things. So we're going to share some of the. Oh, I better put my gloves back on. I forgot. We're going. Yeah, we're going to share some of the Masunaga Masters of Craft pieces because we shared these. Did we share these last week?
We shared them last week, and literally within 48 hours, one of the shapes is completely gone from our current inventory.
Model 001.
Yes.
Sold out, we sold it out in 48 hours. So you guys responded. It's beautiful. We're going to share with you the two other styles that we still have in stock. Starting with is this 002, color A. And would you say this is oxblood? It's a little darker.
It's a burgundy.
Yeah.
It's labeled as a deep burgundy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could pass for an oxblood. I mean, it's so deep and rich. And depending on how much color is on the frame, it may appear black, even though it's not.
I just saw a question from our friend Tamid. Is it possible to add adjustable nose pads to the T. Henry frames that don't have them? Yes, it would be possible to do that. In most cases, I'll say yes. Might be some exceptions, but in most cases, I would say yes. But yeah, this is a nice dark burgundy, and these pieces, guys, they have they come with a lot of you will want prescription lenses, which of course that's our forte. That's what we do here. But these come off the rack with mineral crystal lenses, mineral glass. So if you don't need to add prescription, the optical clarity of these lenses is phenomenal. The design work, the gold plating on the hinges, the gold plating on the bridge is very beautiful.
So this is style 003, and this again is in that deep burgundy and rose gold. I love the pairing of these two materials together. The colors just pop right off there. One thing I do want to point out, on the inside of the temple tips, they also have like that micro grooving, so it helps to give a really secure fit. And the detail is just phenomenal. There's a young lady that is part of their advertising on the MOK website. She has this beautiful long jet black hair. This frame looks absolutely fire on her.
MOC.
MOC. Yeah, I meant, sorry, the Masunaga's MOC web page.
So Masunaga, they created this. This is a new collection called MOC, and MOC stands for Masters of Craft. Yeah.
And it just, when I saw it the first time before we actually physically saw these, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It makes such a statement.
Yeah. So this is one of the other colors in style 003. This is color C. There's 150 of this color, and so this is like a black gunmetal gray rim with a nice gold bridge, top bar, and bridge bar, and I mean, that's a great shape right there. Isn't that such a great shape?
It is. I mean, if you're a person that enjoys a good round, this right here is going to be payday all day long.
Yeah, it's a great round. It's a good size. It's hard to get the round size to have a good proportion that it kind of fits well and looks good on most face shapes, and I would say this one certainly does that. I think it's going to easily fit. I don't know if you showed the nose pads earlier. They have
I didn't talk about them, but
yeah,
it showed it.
They have a gold plate, almost like a double layer. They're titanium, of course, but there's like a darker kind of outer layer that matches the color of the frame, and then there's this gold lined plate inlay where the part that actually touches the skin. Yeah.
So I'm going to show you 002, but before I go too far, I want to show you on the back of each of the frames on the temple tip, there is the Masters of Craft monogram that is done right there in sterling silver. Absolutely fantastic. If you like a double bar navigator, this right here is going to be your jam all day long. This is super cool, super comfortable. It's done in a smoked gray, and it is absolutely stellar. They did some gold and black striping detail down the temple wire, but it is super, super cool.
All right, well, I think we've got to wrap it up from there. We were going to try to get to one of our favorite tinted transitions lenses looks of the week, but we're going to have to table that. We'll bring it in next time. There's plenty of other content out on the YouTube channel, on the Instagram page. Thank you guys so much for watching this Friday morning live stream as we head into the weekend, TGIF.
Yes.
Everybody have a great weekend. I hope you are
staying warm.
Staying warm.
Staying warm.
Wherever you're at. Polar vortex swept across the country, but we've got warmer temperatures in our future here.
Yes.
Hope it's the same way for the rest of you out there. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for giving us your time today. Have a great weekend. We will see you next time.